What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Nice Catch Podcast, where we're here to catch you up on all the latest football news and analysis. I'm Baden.
And I'm Hank. Today, we are just recapping everything we've missed. NFL playoff storylines, college football playoff recap, head coaching carousel, and anything else we want to talk about. We aren't doing kind of an outline like we always do with bottom 10, top 3 of all of these things. Mm-hmm. We're just covering everything, however we feel like it, honestly. And we're going to go like what is it, First Take, pardon the interruption, whatever that ESPN show is.
Exactly.
And I'm going to we're going to give ourselves 10 minutes on NFL playoff storylines, 10 minutes on college football playoff recap, 5 minutes on the head coaching carousel for the NFL and college, I guess, and 10 minutes for whatever else might pop into our brains. So, to start, it is 7:14 p.m., so we have till 7:24 p.m. to talk about the NFL playoff storylines. And I kind of suspect that this might have to bleed over into our anything else because we've had the most games, a lot of intrigue, a lot of stuff going on here, lots of storylines to fit in. And I think let's just look at the wild card games, kind of talk about everything we like there, and move up until the divisional round. Oh wait, no, yes, divisional round is this Saturday or this Sunday. Mm-hmm. So
this last Sunday, what we just got the joy of watching.
Right. Wild card round, we had Rams beating the Panthers, Bears beating the Packers, Bills beating the Jags, Niners beating the Eagles, Pats beating the Chargers, Texans beating the Steelers. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite thing about this week is that almost all these games were great games.
Yes. Yeah, even with low scores. Mm-hmm. Like the Texans, it was 6-7 going into the fourth quarter. It really was. And then, the Texans defense took over, but it was a close
game till the fourth. Mm-hmm. Chargers Patriots is the only one that wasn't entertaining.
Yeah.
It's football. Football's entertaining.
Football is entertaining.
But
it was kind of hard to watch, honestly, for Justin Herbert and that offensive line.
That was just the Chargers have had so many things go wrong for them. Like Joe Alt, all-pro left tackle getting hurt, a wide receiver's going out. It's just and Justin Herbert's a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm. But it's hard when, I don't know if you saw I don't know if it was ESPN or it might have been on Amazon. They have, the different statistics and stuff, but they had, the player statistics, like what ranking they are at their position. Chargers offensive line, 41 out of 41, 38 out of 38, 35 out of 30. Yeah, the PFF.
Yeah.
Bottom of and that's just, you can't do anything at that point as a quarterback. And you saw some of the hits he took. It was really, I don't know. I was sad for him because, I think he's a really good quarterback and he has the opportunity to really produce, but I don't think the team around him is really, especially that offensive line, is conducive to going far in the playoffs at this point.
That's a good point. Other than that, all of these, the Panthers almost beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think the spread was about 9.5, 10.5, somewhere around there, which is about what it was earlier this season when the Panthers beat the Rams.
Yeah.
And so, but I was like, it could be close, but the Rams just on paper are the way better team. The Panthers didn't even really deserve to be in the playoffs with the record they had.
Yeah.
But it was a close...
It was.
There were times that I thought the Panthers were going to win.
I really did. Well, because Matthew Stafford started out, it was he was... I might not have this exactly right, but 9 for 9.
Oh, yeah.
He started out hot. He didn't throw any completion. And then it was... the Panthers, he couldn't complete a pass.
Yeah.
And I really genuinely thought the Panthers might be able to win this, might be able to upset. And, right up to the wire, Matthew Stafford put together a great game-winning drive at the end, but it really was such a fun game to watch, surprisingly fun game
Yeah, exactly, surprisingly fun. And, I don't know if we're ready to call Bryce Young a franchise quarterback, but, he's not... You're not in a spot where you need to draft a quarterback next year, whereas, a lot of people, even me at times, thought that's where they were going to be.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll talk about that. I'm not going to say what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not going to say. Well, I'll hold on to this one.
Yeah. And then the Bears-Packers. I don't like either of these teams.
Me neither.
But I just really don't like the Packers.
I really don't. And me and my little brother had picked before the week started our picks, and I had picked the Bears, and so I was like, I guess I want them to win. I didn't really have much stake in this game, but I wanted the Bears to win. And about second quarter, I was like, well, I think I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
And then
bad decision.
And then my little brother was like, because I think it was one of the last nights before I was gonna leave. My little brother was like, no, okay, just stay 5 more minutes. Just stay 5 more minutes. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay till the end of this drive, and if they don't score, I'm gonna go to bed. And they would score. It's like, okay, if they don't make a stop, I'm going to bed. And they would make a stop.
Yep.
And I ended up watching the whole game.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it just said, they were down 2 possessions with 5 minutes left, something like that.
I think that's right. I think.
Yeah. And then, and I mean, Ben Johnson's just fun to root for, too. And I knew the Packers wouldn't go anywhere without Micah Parsons, after this game. Excuse me. I mean, they're not going to beat the Seahawks, as the, 7 playing the 1. The Bills-Jags, though, I think was my favorite game of the weekend, because that tush-push that's going 10 yards.
Yeah.
Because I was I was on my drive back to school at that point. And I was like, for the first part, I was like, I just need some quiet. I'll turn on the game later. And then I turn on the game, and I'm driving. I have Tony Romo on, my car radio, but I can't watch, obviously, because I'm driving. And I'm not going to make poor decisions, even if it's for football. But I hear them going crazy, and I'm like, what's happening?
What's going on?
And then the pick to end it, I thought the Jags were going to be bad this season, and then for them to do this well, I just have always, ever since Josh Allen's first season, rooted for the Bills, and so we'll talk more about them in the next round later.
Indeed.
And the Eagles just proving they can't beat anybody, because the 49ers didn't have any linebackers, and they still beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. The Eagles won their division. They can beat people.
Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah.
They have a defense. They just did not have an offense this season.
And the 49ers just can't catch a break when it comes to injuries. And if we have some extra time on the extra time portion, I have an interesting theory that me and my brother and dad have researched a little bit.
Okay.
But
I want to hear that.
The 49ers just can't catch a break with the injuries. Whoops. And I really was, once again, I picked the 49ers to win this game, and then I just kept looking at the lineup and everything, and I was like, that might have been a bad pick.
Yeah.
But they fought, and they ended up getting the W here. And still another close game.
Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on wild card around? I know you watched the Texans game. We didn't talk a ton about that.
Yeah, no, I watched the Texans game. I watched that game, and me and my family were texting, put Davis Mills in the game. And I'm not joking. We were literally, and not even in a joking way, we were like, this is not working. And then thankfully, our defense decided to do what our defense does. Best defense since the 85 Bears.
I just don't know about that, but it's okay. It's okay. Statistically, one of the best defenses this season.
Statistically, one of the best defenses this season. And, I mean, they really just got out there and did their thing. But, I don't have much to say on that game. I think that was kind of a showing of what we would see from the Texans the next week. And,
speaking of that next week.
The score 30-6 makes it look a lot better than that game was.
Yeah, I mean, that was all defense.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously it was kind of showing up the next game. It was what went bad went worse, and what went good didn't happen. I mean, Drake May threw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Stroud threw 4 picks.
Yeah. And, I mean, the defense for the Texans fought. I mean, they had 3 turnovers. They got 3 turnovers. They kept getting to Drake May, but when you're on the field the whole game, that's not sustainable. And when you make a 3-and-out for the 3rd time in a row, get off the field, and then C.J. Stroud throws a pick, it's I think that morale and everything, I think it just kind of crashed, and then the defense was kind of done too.
Yeah.
But there were a lot cooler things to watch in the divisional round.
Like the Rams Bear. We're going backwards here because I want to end on what my heartbreak.
Yeah.
But I wanted the Rams to win. It's just like the Matthew Stafford career arc, like winning 2 Super Bowls late, and I mean, he's not going to last that much longer in the league, and going out this way, Puka Nacua in the Super Bowl, like, all of this would just be so fun. Ben Johnson, I love Ben Johnson, but like, if they're this good this season, they're probably going to make it back here. And so I was rooting for the Rams. And then Caleb Williams, 4th and 5, drops back 20 yards off his back foot, 45 air yards. Maybe a little push off, but I don't think it's enough to not enough to throw the flag.
Yeah,
just crazy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play around a Fortnite after they get a stop here, and they didn't get a stop.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible, and I really think the Bears' ceiling only gets higher.
Oh yeah.
And he really, and even like with the pick in overtime, there's just some miscommunication, some miscommunication on the route maybe, or just a little bit of failure there. Like it wasn't like a CJ Stroud interception, I'll say. Like it wasn't the ugliest interception you've ever seen from Caleb Williams, Yeah. I think just a little bit of miscommunication there with him and DJ Moore. And so really the Bears, I was surprised how far they made it.
Yeah.
And even just this season overall, they've had a great season, and they should really be excited moving forward.
Oh, I agree. We've reached our 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I say we'll leave our heartbreak. I don't know if you're quite on the same page.
I'm on a little bit of I feel on many different levels.
Yeah, exactly. I'm there too.
Yeah, my heartbreak is in the other game.
the 49ers Seahawks game.
I picked the 49ers to win that game just because I wanted to pick them to win that game.
Yeah.
It was over the first kick return. It was over.
Exactly. So. I picked the 49ers before the playoffs started. Yeah. And then, like, once Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kick, I was like, I have other things to do tonight. Like, this is not going to be a close game.
And then, like, even, obviously tight end's hurt. Backup tight end comes in. Backup tight end gets, it was a wreck.
Yeah.
And I really hate that because I love Christian McCaffrey and I love Brock Purdy.
Yeah. But, all of these storylines. We'll talk about the big storyline and the obvious divisional round game that we're missing, and then conference championship. We'll make our predictions in our extra time. We've gone a minute long there, but we got places to be. We got college football playoffs to talk about, and we'll start with round 1. And I'm going to make a couple notes to myself so I remember what we need to talk about. Broncos versus Bills.
Yep.
Bo Nix injury. Not that you didn't hear it from us, but we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
So we'll give ourselves to 7:36 for this one.
Yeah, there's more games.
Account for it, because that's 10 minutes from now, not 10 minutes from when we should have started. But no one's putting these rules on us except us.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just our own confinement.
Yeah, it's our own confinement for a busy week.
Exactly. But starting off was for Alabama, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
First game.
Comeback win for Bama here, if I'm remembering right. That was
I think so.
It was, yeah.
It really was ages ago. But, it's hard to beat a team twice in the same season.
That is a fair point.
And Alabama really, they came in there. I'm sure they were, even though they're the 9 seed and Oklahoma's the 8 seed, I'm sure they were the favorite.
Bama?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think it was pretty close because Bama had just gotten blown out in the conference championship game. And
that's true.
We talked about, I think we talked about on here, I don't remember how much we ended up talking about it, but I wouldn't have been mad if the committee dropped him out because Notre Dame looked like a better team than Alabama based on what had just happened the weeks before.
Oh, yeah.
ESPN gave OU a 53% chance to win before the game.
Really?
I can't find the line anywhere, but we'll say it was about 50-50. And it was a fun game to watch just because of the comeback, but not anything that's just nothing insane happened this game, really.
Yeah, just a good game.
Overall, this round, there wasn't much intrigue. Obviously, James Madison put up some points in the second half against Oregon. Ole Miss blew out Tulane. Miami A&M, as an A&M fan, this was hard to watch, not because it was low scoring, but just because both teams played so terribly. Like, sure, I'm glad that we held Miami to the fewest points of anybody in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But that's less about our defense and more about how bad both of us played. For us to hold the runner-ups of the season to 10 points and not win with Marcel Reed, KC Concepcion, Mario Craver, Le'Veon Moss, like, we have firepower. Marcel Reed just, like, could not do anything. And, like, we were inside the I think we were inside the 10, inside the red zone at least, and just, game-losing interception right there.
Yep.
Just, like, if we had played better, it's like, we made the playoffs, that's great. But to know that we could have easily won that game.
And just, it's kind of a disaster.
Especially with going in, like, we kind of talked ourselves up. Our O-line was like, I'm not worried about Ruben Bain. Not a great thing to say when Ruben Bain's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
So that was the most annoying game to watch, probably of all the playoffs. One, because my team is losing, but two, because both teams are playing.
Both teams were playing
so bad. The kickers couldn't make a single thing.
Yeah, it was really a hard watch. And then, the other two games, I'm curious to see this next season if any changes come to the college football playoff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'll
the way that stuff runs. Which we don't talk about that right now, but
I'll put that in our anything else.
Yeah.
Change it to CF because people are talking about it. Most recent.
How could you not talk about it? Really?
Yeah. Because I think the last thing I saw was the Big Ten wants to move to 16 teams as long as the SEC wants to move to 24 teams within this many years. But the SEC isn't willing to do that, and so there's a standstill.
Yep.
It's like, we'll go this far. If you'll go even farther.
If you'll go even more, then no.
So,
and just, after
the Notre Dame.
Yeah, okay, let's make it clear. Miami made it to the national championship, so they deserve to be there. But it's like Notre Dame doesn't get in, and then we get to see Tulane lose 41-10. Yep. It's like, all right, something has to happen. And obviously, I'm not a professional, but I think that there does need to be changes made.
Yeah,
but yeah,
definitely. Next round we had, Indiana crushed Alabama.
Yeah, that was
not fun to watch.
That was insane.
Mendoza 14 of 16, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, more touchdowns than interceptions.
Yeah, or incompletions.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I literally almost had more touchdowns than picks, and then corrected myself to say
interceptions.
Yeah, that was, and then, the only reason that was a little surprising is because the 1 seeds had done bad, because literally the 1 seeds in the playoffs, the 12-team playoffs, either get out first game they play, or win it all.
Yeah.
So
and the bye. What we saw is the bye week not help anybody.
Sorry, that's what I meant. The teams with the bye week is what I meant to say.
Oh yeah.
But there was that, and then the same thing. Oregon. Sure, A&M paid more NIL money than Texas Tech did, but Texas Tech just felt like a pay-to-win program.
Yeah.
You never heard of Texas Tech fans didn't say anything until they're good all of a sudden. It's just once you have something to talk about, you're all up in arms about it.
All they had to talk about before was Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, who didn't even win many games when he was there.
No.
So I'm kind of glad they got sat down. I was rooting for it. That was one of those Christmas break. I kind of just went home, slept a lot, and I woke up. It was 11:30. I was like, wait, I wanted to watch this game, and so I went out, turned it on, and they were already down. Yes.
Yeah, it was. I like their middle linebacker who
Rodriguez.
Yeah. But
I like some players on Texas Tech.
Overall as a team, and you just saw they just couldn't put anything together.
Yeah.
And it really, seeing a big fat 0 on a scoreboard in a playoff game that's a little rough.
Yeah, that night I was talking to one of my friends who goes to Tech, and he's like, yeah, at least A&M scored points.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was a good hate watch, I'll say that.
Yeah, I feel you.
But then Miami, Ohio State on New Year's Eve, that one really surprised me. Because Ohio State looked like an incredible team, only lost by 3 points to Indiana, who is maybe one of the best 5 teams, or top 5 team in the last 10 years.
Yeah. And Miami was a team that still arguably people were like that you shouldn't even be here.
Exactly.
And it's like you just played terrible last week. I thought it was going to be a complete and utter blowout.
Definitely. I definitely would have taken the Ohio State spread on this game by I don't remember what it was, but like Ohio State by a touchdown or a few. And then Carson Beck actually playing pretty well. And I mean, yeah, I think it was Miami's defense overall was what won the game. But yeah, that was just fun to see upsets like Ole Miss beating Georgia as well. Yeah, that game. I was at a conference for the camp we work at, and one of my friends is a huge grew up in Mississippi, huge Ole Miss fan, and whenever they kicked that field goal, going insane. So and just Ole Miss is fun to root for. Trinidad Chambliss, especially going through a D2 school, and if we had I was talking to you about it last season, if we had won our playoff game that we went into overtime in, we would have played Trinidad Chambliss. Gotten embarrassed by him. I mean, our team's great, but we lost to the team by 1 touchdown that lost to them by I think legit 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, an absolute
blowout in the Division II with Ferris State, who did win it all. So, but that was a fun one. And then semifinals?
Semifinals. One good game, one another not so good game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was kind of what Oregon did to Texas Tech happened the other way around.
Yeah.
Just like Indiana. Well, I mean, Oregon had to play from down the whole game. After you throw a pick 6, it's 1, you're in your head, you threw a pick. 2, you need to catch up the whole game. And so it's you have a lot not going your way. You're trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
But then the Miami Ole Miss game, down to the wire. I was pulling for Ole Miss, but just the way it went, it was a fun game, down to the wire. Carson Beck running it in.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
I was also rooting for Ole Miss just because I liked the storyline.
Yeah.
But I mean, and for a second there, Carson Beck did some Carson Beck things. He threw some bad passes, and I was like, all right, Ole Miss has this game. But then, I mean, it was a switch flipped.
You've done that before.
I have, and I still don't know. It was something happened. Something changed. And he had that game-winning drive, ran it in. And I mean, he was before he even got to the line, he was jumping up and down, hitting high knees.
It was where his fan base was, too.
It was really hype. And my little brother was because me and one of my brothers were rooting for Ole Miss, and then my youngest brother was rooting for Miami, and I look over and he's just staring at me ah. But he was happy about that. That was a fun game. Really, really, a lot of really entertaining football was played in the last month.
Yeah,
I can say that.
Agreed. Let's touch on the playoffs before we move on. I said 7:36, but we can't build. Or sorry, the final from last night. Because we can't build up to the climax and leave the climax for later. If there's a few storylines, we can save them. But
it's the game. It's the last one. And we go a minute over. That's okay.
My score prediction, there was only half a joke really, was Miami 11. I was how do you score 11? I was I thought kick a field goal and they're down, so they go for 2 late. Score 11.
Yeah.
Indiana 55. So I was I don't care whatever the spread is. Everything in Indiana, all of it.
That's what I kept saying is Indiana by 50.
Yeah, legit. But I mean, there was some time where I thought Miami was going to take the game. I mean, we were both saying this before we went on air. Their defense really had a hold on Indiana's offense. Mendoza still didn't throw any picks, but Indiana punted a lot more than they normally do.
Mm-hmm. He had more incompletions. Fernando Mendoza. He had more incompletions in that game than in the whole college football playoff up to that point.
Yeah,
I mean the defense, the pass. I think the pass rush is what it was. He had no time in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, didn't throw a touchdown the whole game, but what he did do was run in a touchdown.
Golly.
And just putting your body on the line, taking that hit as a quarterback who's not known for running. I mean, I think it was Kirk Herbstreit said he runs like a baby giraffe.
Yeah.
Which is low key.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I can see that. Like, that was the most hype. It's just
And
unlimited aura.
Yeah, exactly. And then their last drive, they're driving down, and like, I was like, you have to score a touchdown here. Like with Miami picking up, like Miami has a little momentum here. If you don't score the touchdown, like this, Miami goes down, scores a touchdown, kicks the extra point, they win.
Yeah.
Only kick the field goal, up 6. Miami has the ball and are driving. We talked about they're
really
putting
putting together a game-winning drive.
And then I see Carson Beck step for the deep ball, and like it's just in the air, and like the suspense, waiting to see it come down, see it go into the defender's hands.
Yes, just losing my mind. Yep. And I think, I could be wrong, I'm trying to like imagine the moment in my head. I think that the receiver had a step on the corner. And so at first I saw the ball in the air and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a touchdown. And then the safety came over the top.
Yeah.
And I saw him catch that ball and I was like, because it was a little short, I think, a little underthrown. The safety came over the top and it was just over. I lost my mind.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, like the receiver has a step. But the announcers were analyzing the defense, are saying like Carson Beck read it as like middle of the field safety. He didn't think the safety was going to come to help. But the corner knew the safety's coming to help, and so he knew that he didn't have to play back shoulder.
Yeah.
So he dropped, because Carson Beck's like, oh, it's one-on-one. I can, like, throw it short. Receiver can come back to it. Mm-hmm. But, ended up not working out well. But, like, the fact that the national champions are Indiana and Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just incredible.
It's just, ESPN, I think, ranked them as a top 5 college football team since the playoffs have started. I mean, it's like 2019 LSU, 2020 Alabama. I think they threw 2022 Georgia in there. Obviously you beat TCU by that much in the Natty. You're up there. And then Indiana. With 0 5-stars, 8 4-stars, like, and a 2-star quarterback.
Yeah.
Transfer from Cal. And a head coach. It's the second year at a Power 5 program.
And coming into a 3-9 or coming getting the job from a 3-9 season.
Yeah, and like in this era, this is exactly what we need. It's like pay to win, transfer to win, and it's like head coach gets hired, and it's like players are following their coach. Sure, they're transferring like whatever transfer portal, but like people aren't coming to Indiana to make their money.
To make NIL money, no.
To Indiana to play for Coach Signetti and win. Mm-hmm. It's just, I
win.
Now they've cemented themselves as winners, as Signetti knew they would.
Google me.
Yeah, Google me. What a quote too. I win, Google me, and then within 2 years win a Natty.
Win the national championship.
Who would have thought?
Dog.
It's crazy. But that's our college football playoffs. And, a few extra minutes, very worth it.
Definitely.
To just bring back the hype. And I just love that Coach Signetti smiled.
Yeah.
That was fun to see him smile.
First big smile from the kid.
The kid?
It's like from the man.
Twice as old as our ages combined.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not quite true. No.
He's older than our age. A little younger than our ages combined.
And doubled.
Combined and doubled and a little younger than Anyways,
let's talk about
speaking of head coaches. Carousel.
Yeah, there you go. He will not be going to the NFL.
No. I think he's right where he needs to be right now.
Oh, exactly. But we are lots of firing.
Lots. 10 head coaches?
Yeah, 10 head coaches, like tied for the most or tied for, I don't know. But, and some big names.
I was about to say, names you would not expect to see lose a job.
I mean, 3/4 of the AFC North, who are probably what most people think of as the better 3 coaches in the AFC North.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody can agree on that.
Kevin Stefanski, 2-time coach of the year gone. John Harbaugh, Super Bowl winner, never had a losing season, is that right? Or never had...
John Harbaugh?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Maybe he... I don't know.
Close to never having... I know Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season.
Maybe I'm mixing that up. Because, Tomlin...
Like 9-8. Losing in the first round of the playoffs. Like, that's not that impressive, but still, going 18 seasons without a losing season.
And, of course, Tomlin steps down. I'm guessing it was mutual, but it's like Tomlin is...
kind of like save face kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, kind of like the Patriots couldn't fire Bill Belichick. It's kind of the same thing. The Steelers can't fire Mike Tomlin, but both of them knew that stuff needed to change, and so it's just like kind of honoring him, honestly, is how it felt to me. And then, of course, coaches we expect, like Mike McDaniel hasn't done much with the Dolphins. I should have pulled up this window beforehand, but also some hirings already.
Yep. I think the one that, I'll be honest, and I understand that maybe the production of the playoffs hasn't been there, but I really was surprised, and I didn't love the Sean McDermott firing.
I'm so with you there.
I think that was an emotional decision. And I really, really think, I mean, if you watched the game, I know we'll talk about it, but it was an incredibly well-called game by Sean McDermott. Like, things were working offensively. They did what to put up 30 points against the Broncos defense, like, that's a feat in its own. The Broncos defense is so good. Yeah. Hufanga was all over the field.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just think that was an emotional decision, and I think it's going to come back to bite them this next season. I think they're going to feel it, and I really just don't like that. I've understood, even like with John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin. I think it gets to a point when you haven't seen the production you want that it's like there needs to be a change. Something has to change. We need a different mind in here. You're a good coach, but it's just not the fit. Something has to change. I don't think this was that. I think it was a bad move.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you there. Being from Texas, it's like whenever the Dallas Stars fire their head coach, it's like it's exactly like Sean McDermott. You've been deep in the playoffs, never won that ring or the trophy. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So, but some others, the 1 year Pete Carroll experiment didn't work in Las Vegas.
No.
Who else? Jonathan Gannon in Arizona just has not produced. What?
I was just thinking, Jonathan Gannon. He's been there 3 years, 2 years?
3 years, I think.
3 years. He's got some of the best. You got that fire in your gut?
Oh, yeah.
Who took the bus here? Raise your hand. Who drove? You got that fire in your gut? And that's it.
Yeah.
He has some fun quotes.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that interview. I was like, I hadn't seen that.
Yep.
But 4 hirings already. 2 of the coaches already hired back as expected. John Harbaugh with the Giants, which everyone kind of expected, perfect fit there for an organization and a coach. Organization on the rise with Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterby really stepping up, and then Kevin Stefanski stepping into an organization that theoretically has a lot of firepower with Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Michael Penix. We'll see.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans hiring Robert Saleh for his second stint as a head coach. And again, he was with the Jets, and that didn't work out, but that's also the Jets. So, there's a lot of other problems going on.
And then, last year he was defensive coordinator for the 49ers?
Yeah.
Or this year, season. Okay.
And then the Dolphins hired Packers OC Jeff Hafley, which is their second straight coach for it to be his first time as a head coach. So we'll see if it works this time.
We'll see.
Because they need an offensive-minded coach. When you have Jalen Waddle, a top 5 pick at quarterback, Tyreek Hill for, who knows if he's going to play again, and Devon Achane, you have offensive firepower.
Yeah.
If someone can harness that, it was not that long ago. They beat the Broncos 70-20.
70-20, yeah.
So that's what we got so far in the coaching carousel. Mike Tomlin's not coming back this season, most likely. But Sean McDermott sure looks like he will. And I wonder which one of these openings he will go to. Sean McDermott coaching Lamar Jackson, that'd be pretty fire.
That would be pretty fire.
Or what if another team that has a great quarterback hire the Bills? What if the Bills hired Sean?
The Bills they have an opening.
They really do.
I keep seeing things, and it's I wonder if John Harbaugh and like any of the coaches that have like the good coaches that have got jobs, have been like, if I had waited one more week. If I had waited one more week, I'd be with Josh Allen right now.
I didn't even.
Yeah, like John Harbaugh to the Bills, dude.
That would be insane.
I don't know. That could be some craziness. Yeah. But hey, I do think he's gonna be great with the Giants. I'm excited to see what.
Oh yeah. There. I mean, even as a Cowboys fan, which I don't like mentioning on the podcast, because then I feel like anyone listening is gonna be like, "Turn it off right now." So anyway, I try not to be annoying about it because I make fun of myself.
Yeah.
So, but this leaves us to our 10 minutes for anything else, and we didn't really stick to our time limits, but hey.
Yeah.
It kept us moving enough, kind of kept us going through, focusing on what we needed to.
Yeah.
And I think we have what we needed here. You said you had your theory. Do you wanna enlighten us on your theory?
It's not it won't take long. It won't take long.
Yes. I want to hear your
theory is okay. So we know that over the past few years, the 49ers have been riddled with injuries. And a lot of them are things like Achilles, things like tendons, muscles, stuff like that. There is a power plant right next to the stadium, like directly next to the stadium. And I'm not exactly sure what the energy, what the waves are called or how they're measured, but what they're supposed to be, they're like almost 20, 30 times the numbers. They tested them around that area and in the 49er stadium. Like monumentally, like hundreds of percentages more than what they're supposed to be, like what the average level is.
Okay.
And what those energy waves do is they break down collagen in the muscles. That's like they break down collagen. And so a theory is that with the 49ers, it's not their stadium, it's their practice field. With their practice field being right next to this power plant, that like collagen and the important things are being broken down. Which would lead to a lot more Achilles injuries. Like Dre Greenlaw taking a step and tearing his Achilles, in the Super Bowl a couple years. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And so that's a theory. It's obviously not proven. Like the science of the levels being higher is proven, and that breaks down collagen is proven, but it's not proven that that's what's the number one reason why they're getting injured. But that is an interesting thing to think about. And it's like, if I just know that that's a possibility and I'm the 49ers, I'm buying that land. I'm doing what I can to buy that, see if you can move stuff around. Like, I would not want that there anymore.
That's fair.
Or moving the practice stadium. I know that obviously all probably is a lot of money. And so just put some extra collagen in the protein shakes. I don't know. Yeah. But that is an interesting theory. It's just something to think about, Just throwing some conspiracy out there.
I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I'm going to trust my instincts on this one. We'll see. I mean, they can't catch a break.
They can't.
That's so real. Yeah. It's either Christian McCaffrey or the whole rest of their team.
I was literally talking about this 2 days ago. I was like, if Christian McCaffrey's healthy, everyone else is gone. But as soon as the whole team gets together, Christian McCaffrey's he's out of it. So,
but you know where all of the 49ers defenders who went on free agency went? To Denver. And who got hurt in Denver? Bo Nix.
They're carrying it with them. Yeah, you want to cover this?
That was my segue. That was
a strong segue.
Segue like the Wordle word that I got my sixth guess a few weeks ago, and I was like, wait, that's how you spell it.
And I did not know that. Yeah.
But one, you talked about you had heartbreak in a lot of different ways. I mean, we'll talk about Bo Nix. We just brought it up. Like, one, for them to win the game and then automatically go into a place where they're not going to be very, at least as competitive. Yeah. Jarrett Stidham could be Nick Foles.
He's throwing some dots.
But, like, he hasn't thrown a pass since 2023.
Yeah.
It's just, like, not looking good for him for his first game to be the AFC Championship. Yeah. And, like, just for Bo Nix, too. Like, he seems like a great guy. He's finally here. Out like that.
And it was I was not impressed with the play calling there at the end. You're in field goal position. It's first and 10. You're in field goal position. You run the ball 3 times and kick the field goal. Take 2 knees, kick the field goal. Cue QB sneak, QB draw, whatever, running with your quarterback. I just don't understand in what world that, because at first they were saying it was on the kneel, but then Sean Payton came out and he was like, no, it was the QB run right before the kneel. I just thought, I was watching the game and I literally I was talking out loud with my parents, or my dad and my little brother, and I was like, okay, at this point, like, almost take Bo off the field, like, just run with Harvey 3 times, kick the field goal. And I was like, just don't put your quarterback at risk and don't put the ball in the air. And the next play is a QB sneak or a QB draw almost. Like, he went way off he was going towards the sideline. I don't know what was going on, but I visibly, like, got upset. I was like, are we serious right now? And then, like, you kind of see him limp off the field, then he comes on and QB kneels, and it's like, okay, there you go. Sure enough, 20 minutes later, Sean Payton comes out with the press conference, and it's like, I just thought that was ridiculous. I was not impressed.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not an NFL head coach, so maybe there's I'm sure there's something that I don't know why you would do that, opposed to just running it. But I thought that was a very foolish play decision, and obviously there's repercussions now.
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot that I think America just it's not liking about this game.
Yeah.
One, I mean, we just somehow ended up with a team in the AFC Championship that's not going to do much once they're there.
Yeah.
In theory. Who knows? 2, the fact that Josh Allen can't catch a break.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Josh Allen said, like, he took the blame. Like, I let my team down. And he I want to say he did. But, like, he threw 2 picks. But one of them
was very questionable.
Because, like, my problem with it was less the call, but more the fact that they didn't take time to review and explain it.
I 100% agree.
Like, he didn't maintain control. Mm-hmm. It kind of looked like he did.
It looked like he had full control when he hit the ground. I've seen, like, people, like Shannon Sharp talked about it, and he was talking about how it's happened to him, and, like, you have to have, like, if there's 2 hands on the ball, you have to maintain control through being down. Like, you have to still, like, even once you're down, maintain control, and he didn't. But, like, review it. And even it wasn't like they were rushed for time. Sean McDermott called a timeout to be like, hey, look at this. And they just didn't. And that didn't make sense to me.
It really didn't.
And that's coming from someone who, although I love Josh Allen and a part of me wanted him to win because I just love Josh Allen, I was rooting for the Broncos. Yeah. And I saw that play and it just did not make sense to me from the referee point of view.
Yeah. I mean, this was like, I've like the Bills have been like a team I've rooted for Josh Allen's whole career, but like my emotions don't need to be connected to the Bills, but they were after this game. Yeah. I was like, man, like that's just heartbreaking for anyone in Buffalo because it's like, to next game you got to beat the Patriots, who you've beaten this season, like within a couple months.
Yeah, and
you're in a Super Bowl for your first time in your career. Like, this is the closest you've been able to get to the Super Bowl since last season when they barely got beat by the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. That was last season? I think it was. I mean, I was watching it at school. It was last season.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was just, there's a lot of things that, man.
And some of the Broncos were flag farming at the end when they were just launching deep balls. They were looking for pass interference calls, obviously. Like flag farming, I think is the best way of putting that. One of them, I was like, yeah, that's pass interference. The last one that got called, I was like, are we serious?
Yeah. So some of the ref calls just felt a little tacky.
Yeah. But it's what happened.
Josh Allen also did all that with his receiving core being Brandon Cooks,
Keon Coleman,
Khalil Shakir, like good receivers. But like he's not had a wide receiver 1 since Stephon Diggs, and it's made it this far in the playoffs both times.
Yeah,
and Stephon Diggs is like not the wide receiver 1. He was for he had his years. So
definitely not anymore.
If they can get a Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, like Puka Nacua, one of these guys, it's wide receiver 1. Mm-hmm. Like, they should make it back. But it's just, if Josh Allen never makes a Super Bowl, he'll be one of the best to never make a Super Bowl. He'll be up there with Dan Marino.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I'd be crushed, dude. I would be crushed.
The Bills in the Super Bowl. We talked about all this season how awesome it would be. Mm-hmm. And we've been robbed.
We have. I do want to point out, this might not be the episode to do it, but I did say that the Broncos would be in the AFC Championship.
Okay.
Before the season started.
Hey,
that was my hot
back.
take. Also, I called a perfect bracket up to the divisional round. I had all 6 games right.
I had all 7 wild card games right.
And then I did not have. I was 2 for 4, I guess.
Okay, I was 1 for 4. Okay. So you were 1 game better than me.
Yeah, no, not my finest there. Did you see the guy that had the perfect college football playoff bracket? I'll send it to you. Even ESPN put it. He said, like, I am from the future, and I'm going to predict the perfect bracket. And he did. Like, even scores. He was like, not exact scores, but he was like, they're going to blow them out, or it's going to be a really close game. He was right.
That's crazy.
To everything. And then he tried to do the same thing with the NFL playoffs, and he wasn't.
Time travel is real.
Yeah, I think he went 6 for 6, like, in the wild card, but then I think it was 1 for 3 in the divisional. So.
Yeah, just like us.
Just like us. Just like you.
Me, guys.
Yeah, you. All right, yeah. Well, anything else you want to touch on?
Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl. I think the Seahawks just need to run it at the goal line this time.
Yeah. I think you run it.
Even though you don't have Zach Charbonnet anymore. Kenneth Walker's not Marshawn Lynch, but run it. Time.
Just keep the...
I just how funny would it be if it's a Patriots-Seahawks Super Bowl and they can win it and they're inside the 5-yard line and they throw a pick again.
I would die.
Even if I was really pulling for the Seahawks, I would
I would lose my mind.
Hard.
That would be so funny.
Well, that's all I got.
I'm kind of hoping for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm low-key rooting for that to happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else. I think that's the perfect moment to end on right there.
Well, let's end it there. Thanks for listening to the Nice Catch podcast. We're here to serve you, our listener, and give you the football content you deserve. If you love football, continue to tune in each episode from the off season all the way through the playoffs. This is the Nice Catch podcast.